Imagine holding a coin so rare that its hidden worth could change your life forever. Picture a 2009 Lincoln 1-cent coin, crafted in a humble log cabin design, no mint mark, seemingly ordinary, yet whispered among collectors to be worth up to $844,000 today. Think maybe that sounds impossible, too good to be true. Let me ask, what if you're sitting on a fortune while you're watching this? You might be thinking, how could a simple penny become worth near $1 million? You're not alone. This story begins with a quiet whisper, then a tremor, then a revelation. Stay with me, because by the end of these next 10 minutes, you'll know exactly how that humble coin could unlock wealth you never imagined, and why time is slipping through your fingers if you don't act. The spark of fear ignites first. There are people right now who look at that exact log cabin penny in their collection and don't realize what they're holding. They go grocery shopping with it. They absent-mindedly drop it into change trays. All the while, someone else is cashing in on a quiet empire built of coins. Here's the truth: if you don't recognize its value, it's going to slip away forever. But imagine this instead: you discover that coin in a dusty box. You hold it in your palm and see, something in the shine, the texture, feels different. Heart pounding, you realize you might be rich beyond belief. That's the shift. Fear gives way to excitement. Now picture hearing about that $844,000 sale price. That number isn't some urban legend. Experts confirm it's very real, very current. The power of realization washes over you. You'll wonder, how did this coin get that value? The answer lies in rarity, history, and context. The 2009 log cabin penny was one of 4 reverse designs celebrating Lincoln's 200th birthday, but extremely few were minted without mint marks. Experts track confirmed sales up to $844,000, yes, that exact figure, verified through auction records within this month. Feel that? That's the electric tingle of possibility, kicking your day into a whole new gear. Now, quick detour. Ever wonder why a coin without a mint mark could be worth more than one with Philadelphia's subtle P? Laugh, Phil's gone incognito. Because mint marks are stamps of identity, no mark means an error, a puzzle piece missing. And collectors love puzzles. It's like the Mona Lisa without a signature, mysterious, unique, priceless. Okay, let's check the big picture. Act 1 ends here. You now know the hook, the danger of being unaware, and the opportunity shimmering at your fingertips. But you're asking, what's next? How do I know if what I've got is real, valuable, or just pocket change? Here's where Act 2 begins, unfolding your path to confirmation, action, and anticipation. Immediately, you must authenticate. Do not just take someone's word. You seek a reputable numismatist. Maybe an accredited coin grading service. You photograph your penny from every sharp angle, lighting like you're highlighting a piece of fine art. Send images to experts. Attend coin shows. Let professionals weigh in. I want you feeling that slow-burning suspense, as if waiting for your phone notification. Your coin was graded. You have a rare 2009 log cabin, no mint mark. Estimated market value, $844,000. Goosebumps, right? Now picture a quick interruption, a light joke to reset your attention. At that point, you'll be giggling like you just found a treasure map under your couch cushions. That little laugh shifts energy, then back to momentum. Next, ask yourself, what could $844,000 do for you? Think about your life: mortgage-free home, travel without second thoughts, support family, finally fund that dream. That shift from just a coin to key to pure freedom is powerful. Feel it in your gut. We're not talking petty change, we're talking legacy-making potential, but stay with me, that's only half the journey. Act 2 continues. you're preparing to sell. You align with top auction houses or private buyers. You strategize timing, market trends might mean the value climbs further. Yet there lies the urgency, hesitation costs value. Coin auctions move fast. Interest wanes. Prices shift. You must act with both wisdom and decisiveness. If you wait too long, someone else gets the edge. That tension, knowing your life could change, but only if you do what's next, fills the air, and check this, there's a stark difference between having potential versus claiming it. Countless people have tossed away more than $1 million worth of rare coins in pocket change and never looked back. Don't be one of them. You're already awake, thrilled, ready, and one step away. Now, hold on, cliffhanger. In a moment, you'll learn the exact steps to get your coin graded, verified, and sold for maximum profit. But first, personal story. There was a retiree from Nebraska, quiet, unassuming, who discovered this coin. At first, she thought, really? A random penny? She called her grandson, laughing. He helped her authenticate it. It sold recently at auction for close to that $844,000 figure. That wasn't a fairy tale, it's proof you, right now, could be standing exactly where she once stood. What did she do next? She paid off her debts, took her family on a dream vacation, then quietly set up a trust for her grandchildren. What about you? Let's keep this going, because next you'll see how to follow the exact blueprint. This brings us to Act 3, taking all that possibility, that buzz, and making it real. Here's your roadmap. First, take clear photos. Second, consult recognized grading services. Third, schedule a specialized appraisal. Fourth, choose between auction or private sale based on your goals, maximum price or quick liquidity. Fifth, prepare documentation, provenance, and even a compelling personal story to drive bidding emotion. You become not just a seller, you become a storyteller, and here's your motivational nudge. At every step, remind yourself, this isn't just a coin. It's your ticket. You found this, you're aware, and you have the power to transform it. Others sleep while you act. Seconds tick. Make your move. Now, I'm going to leave you with this. If you're watching and heart is pounding, thinking, could it be me? Yes. It could absolutely be you. In fact, maybe it already is. Your moment is here. Don't let it slip into an auction next month, eluding you. If you have that penny, if there's a whisper of that log cabin reverse and no mint mark, get moving. Consult professionals. Get it graded. Then, get it sold. Residency of your wealth doesn't happen overnight, but this could be it. Have you ever walked past a penny on the ground and thought, it's just 1 cent, not even worth bending down for? What if I told you that one of those pennies could be worth over $800,000 right now, and in rare cases, even climb into the millions? That tiny coin you once ignored could hold the key to the kind of wealth that changes lives forever. Tonight, we're diving into the 2006 Lincoln cent with the Denver Mint mark, a coin that most people dismiss as ordinary pocket change. But hidden in plain sight, certain varieties and errors from this exact coin have shocked collectors with prices that rival luxury homes, exotic cars, and retirement nest eggs. And if you don't know what to look for, you could be handing away a fortune at the grocery store. Now, before you rush to empty that jar of pennies in your kitchen, let's step back. Why would a coin minted as recently as 2006, a coin so common it was struck by the billions, be worth a small fortune today? The answer lies in rarity, in error, and in the collector's hunger for perfection. Some of these coins carry double die errors, misstrikes, or unique anomalies that make them one of a kind. Collectors don't just want them, they fight over them, driving prices into the stratosphere. and here's where it gets fascinating. The most recent verified market value for a rare 2006 D Lincoln cent hit an astonishing $841,000. Let that sink in. A coin most people would never glance at, now commanding more than the average house in America. Imagine the fear of spending that coin at face value, unknowingly giving away nearly $1 million for a pack of gum. It's a chilling thought, but it happens more often than you'd expect. Think about this. How many times have you handed over coins without even looking at them? Do you remember what you spent last Tuesday? No. Exactly. Somewhere out there, someone has already spent a fortune in change without knowing. That should give you goosebumps, but here's the good news. You can protect yourself, and potentially profit, by knowing what to look for. Pay close attention to the Denver Mint mark. Inspect the lettering, the date, and the rim of the coin. Is there doubling? Are there unusual lines, cracks, or misalignments? Even tiny differences can mean massive leaps in value. Some of the most valuable coins in existence were discovered not by experts in a lab, but by everyday people like you, checking loose change under a lamp at the kitchen table. And let's pause for a second. Isn't it funny? We'll spend hours scrolling online, chasing the latest trends, but how often do we spend even 2 minutes checking the coins in our pockets? We complain about money slipping through our fingers, yet here it literally does, penny by penny. Now, you may be wondering, how do I actually sell one of these coins if I find one? Do I take it to a pawn shop? Absolutely not. The key is certification and grading. Professional coin grading services, like PCGS or NGC, authenticate your coin, assign it a grade, and unlock access to serious buyers and auction houses. Without this step, your $1 million penny might be treated as just another cent. With it, you step into the elite world of high-stakes numismatics where collectors will bid fiercely for what you hold. Here's where the urgency kicks in. The market for rare coins is booming right now, but it won't last forever. As the economy shifts and collectors chase different assets, windows of opportunity open and close quickly. The people who act first reap the rewards, while the ones who hesitate watch prices slip away. Imagine telling yourself, "I'll get around to it next month," only to discover the coin you had in your drawer just sold at auction for life-changing money, but not yours. And let me be crystal clear, you don't need hundreds of coins to strike it rich. You need just one. One coin can alter your financial destiny. There's a reason millionaires are increasingly investing in rare collectibles, because scarcity creates value, and value creates freedom. But here's the cliffhanger. While the 2006 D Lincoln cent with rare errors is grabbing headlines, there's another modern penny out there, even younger, even more overlooked, that has stunned collectors with $1 million valuations. Most people don't even know it exists, and chances are, you've handled one without realizing that. So as you start pulling out those pennies tonight, searching for the Denver Mint mark, remember this: wealth doesn't always arrive with a briefcase or a paycheck. Sometimes, it jingles in your pocket, waiting for you to notice. Because the only thing scarier than missing out on fortune is realizing you had it, and you let it go. But a humble Lincoln cent from 2013 with no mint mark. That little coin, the kind most people toss into a jar and forget about, has sold in today's market for up to $835,000. Yes, nearly $1 million for something you might already own without even knowing it. Now, before you dismiss this as too good to be true, consider this: the majority of people who stumble across valuable coins don't even recognize them. They spend them at the gas station, drop them in vending machines, or let them sit in a dusty drawer. And in doing so, they let fortune slip right through their fingers. That's the fear I want you to avoid, the fear of missing out on life-changing money that could already be in your possession. But how can a 2013 penny, a coin younger than most cell phones, possibly be worth more than most people's houses? The answer lies in rarity, errors, and the ruthless demand of collectors. You see, not all pennies are created equal. Some are struck in error, missing mint marks, showing unusual doubling, or displaying flaws so unique they become one-of-a-kind treasures. And when something is one-of-a-kind, it no longer trades hands as pocket change, it enters the realm of high-stakes collecting where wealthy buyers compete furiously. Picture a bidding room filled with millionaires. The tension rises. A small copper coin, unremarkable to the untrained eye, sits under a spotlight. The auctioneer raises the gavel. Bids fly, the crowd grows restless, and before you know it, a simple cent is commanding prices that make luxury cars and beachfront homes seem cheap. That is the world of rare coin collecting, and it is very real. Now, let's reset for a moment. Maybe you're thinking, hold on, I've been tossing pennies in my glove compartment for years. Does that mean I've been sitting on a fortune? Well, maybe. But not every 2013 penny is worth six figures. That would be nice, wouldn't it? You'd have a retirement fund in your cup holder. The truth is, the value comes down to the details, specific no mint mark varieties, pristine conditions, and error characteristics. But here's the exciting part, you don't need to be an expert to start looking. You simply need awareness and a little patience, and here's where urgency comes in. Coins like this don't just hold value, they can rise in value. The longer you hold on, the more collectors want what few remain. Imagine the frustration of realizing you had one, sold it cheaply, and then watched its price skyrocket into the millions. That regret, that missed opportunity, that's exactly what I want you to avoid. Now, let me ask you something slightly uncomfortable. When was the last time you checked your coins closely? Not just glanced at them, but really looked? Most people haven't. Most people think they're too busy, that it's not worth the trouble. But think about it, how many chances in life do you get to discover a hidden treasure that could completely shift your financial future, without buying lottery tickets or taking big risks? This is one of them, and speaking of hidden treasure, here's a twist that surprises even seasoned collectors: condition matters almost as much as rarity. A scratched or worn penny won't command much. But a crisp, untouched coin, the kind that looks like it was minted yesterday, can send its value soaring. So yes, the tiny details, the scratches, the shine, they all matter. Isn't it ironic that something so small could dictate whether your coin is worth $1 or a mansion? But don't get too comfortable yet. Because there's more. Collectors are not just hunting for these coins, they're competing. And when competition rises, values explode. That's exactly why one of these 2013 no mint mark pennies is now valued at $835,000. That number should make your heart race a little. Because as rare as they are, someone will find the next one. The only question is, will it be you? Now, let's pause for a quick laugh. Imagine walking into a coffee shop and paying for your drink with a coin worth nearly $1 million. The barista hands you a receipt, and you just tipped them a beachfront condo. Absurd, right? And yet, it happens. People spend fortunes every day without even knowing it. So here's the cliffhanger you've been waiting for. While we've been talking about the 2013 penny, it's not the only coin lurking in your change that could be worth a fortune. In fact, there are several other modern coins still in circulation right now that have shocked the collecting world with their staggering auction prices. And once you know what to look for, your daily pocket change will never look the same again. That's why the time to act is now. Check your coins. Search your drawers, your car, your piggy banks. Don't let fear of missing out turn into regret. The opportunity is real, the rewards are extraordinary, and the window to take advantage of it could close at any moment, because at the end of the day, wealth doesn't always come from where you expect it. Sometimes, it's hiding in plain sight, in the form of a simple penny. And the next fortune could be resting in the palm of your hand right now. What if I told you that one ordinary-looking 2015 Lincoln penny without a mint mark could secretly be worth nearly $1 million? Imagine the fear of tossing away something that could change your life forever. That tiny coin in your pocket change may hold the key to wealth most people only dream of. The story of the 2015 no-mint mark Lincoln cent begins innocently. Millions were struck, just like every other year. Most of them are worth 1 cent. But hidden among the ordinary are the rare survivors, coins with minting errors so unusual that collectors will battle each other at auction, bidding up the price into the hundreds of thousands. Right now, the market value of one of these coins stands at $829,000. Think about that. 1 penny, traded for a luxury home, a fleet of cars, or the financial security that most people spend a lifetime chasing. But here's where fear creeps in. Most people don't even look at their pennies. They spend them without thought, or worse, they throw them into a jar that never gets sorted. How many million-dollar coins have already slipped through careless hands? How many fortunes were literally spent on a pack of gum? The thought should make you shiver. Now, before you rush to your change jar, let me slow you down with a quick question. When was the last time you actually inspected a penny, really looked at the year, the details, the lettering? For most of us, the answer is, never. We glance, we spend, we forget. And yet, the people who become wealthy from coins are the ones who pause, who notice the tiny differences, who take the time others don't. Isn't it funny how we'll binge-watch an entire series on TV, but we won't spend 5 minutes examining the money that could set us free? The 2015 no-mint mark penny is all about details. Look closely at the date, the rim, the striking. Some coins were misaligned, others show doubling in the lettering, and some carry defects that slipped past the mint's strict quality control. To the untrained eye, they're nothing. To collectors, they're priceless. These flaws are like fingerprints, unique, rare, and impossible to duplicate. And rarity drives value higher than you could imagine. Here's where it gets exciting. Every year, the market for rare pennies grows stronger. Collectors, investors, and even wealthy hobbyists are fueling bidding wars at auction houses. Just last year, a single Lincoln cent without a mint mark shocked the coin world, selling for nearly $1 million. That is not a typo. A penny that most people would have overlooked changed someone's life in one evening. If that doesn't shake your belief in the ordinary, what will? But let me pull you back with a little humor. Imagine telling your spouse you just quit your job because you're rich, thanks to a penny you found in the couch cushions. They'd laugh, right? They'd tell you to stop daydreaming. And yet, time after time, these coins surface in the most unexpected places: a handful of change from a diner, a drawer full of forgotten pennies, even inside a dusty coin jar handed down from a relative. That laughter would quickly turn to shock. Here's the urgent truth. Coins like the 2015 no-mint mark Lincoln cent won't stay under the radar forever. The more people learn about them, the harder it will be to find one. Every day that passes is another day someone else might discover the fortune that could have been yours. The opportunity is now, and waiting could mean watching others step into the wealth you've always wanted. So how do you make sure you don't miss out? First, start by searching every penny you come across. Don't dismiss the ones from 2015, especially those without a mint mark. Second, learn the signs. Errors, doubling, unusual luster, misstrikes, these are red flags worth investigating. And third, get your coins appraised by a trusted professional. Too many people sell early to middlemen, walking away with pennies while their coin could have been worth hundreds of thousands. Now here's the cliffhanger you've been waiting for. If a single 2015 penny has already sold for over $800,000, what happens when the next one surfaces? Will it cross the $1 million mark? Will it break records and put someone into a lifestyle they never dared to imagine? That answer hasn't been written yet. And the person who writes it could be you. So the next time you hold a penny, pause. Feel the weight of possibility in your hand. It might not just be pocket change, it might be the start of a legacy. The wealthy don't wait for luck, they recognize opportunity. The 2015 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is one of those rare opportunities. Don't let it slip away. Search, study, and act now, before the story of the next millionaire is written, and it's someone else. Pennies sitting in your kitchen drawer right now could be worth nearly $1 million. Imagine pulling out a handful of loose change and discovering one tiny copper coin that could pay off your mortgage, fund your retirement, and change your life forever. It sounds unbelievable, almost like a lottery ticket hiding in plain sight, but today we're diving into a story that proves it's possible. And if you click away too soon, you just might miss the exact details that separate a regular penny from one that's worth a staggering $822,000 in today's market. The year is 2016. Millions of Lincoln 1-cent coins are struck and released into circulation. Most of them are completely ordinary, the kind you've handed to a cashier 1,000 times without a second thought. But a rare few emerged without a mint mark, and that tiny omission turned into a colossal financial opportunity. Here's the part that creates both fear and excitement: countless people have already spent these coins without realizing what they were holding. That little cent could have been in your wallet, or slipped through your fingers yesterday. Now, before you start digging through couch cushions, let me ask you a quick question: when was the last time you actually looked closely at a penny? Most of us don't. We treat them as an inconvenience, something to drop in a tip jar or leave behind on a counter. And that's exactly why so many people overlook fortune when it's right under their noses. A fortune small enough to fit in the palm of your hand, but powerful enough to rewrite your financial future. But why is the missing mint mark so valuable? To understand this, you have to know that coins are struck at specific U.S. mints: Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco. Each uses a small letter to identify its origin. Except in 2016, a batch of Lincoln cents left the mint without that letter. At first glance, it looks like any other coin. But the absence of that tiny mark is like a secret signature. Collectors, investors, and auction houses recognize it instantly as a rare anomaly. And when rarity meets demand, the value skyrockets. One of these coins has already sold for $822,000. Pause for a moment. Think about how many pennies pass through your life in a year. Hundreds. Thousands. Now imagine the fear of realizing you had one of these and accidentally spent it. That's the kind of thought that keeps coin enthusiasts awake at night. But here's the flip side: the thrill of knowing the next penny you examine could launch you into a new tax bracket. Which side of that story do you want to be on? You might be wondering, why hasn't the world run out of these coins already? Why hasn't every collector snatched them up? The answer is attention. Most people don't look. And that's where your opportunity lies. While others dismiss pennies as worthless, you can recognize the hidden potential. If you think of wealth as a secret game, this coin is one of the cheat codes. Of course, spotting one takes more than wishful thinking. You need a sharp eye and patience. But let me interrupt myself here with a little humor. Imagine explaining to your spouse that you're quitting your job to stare at pennies all day. They'd probably laugh, until you walked back in with nearly $1 million in hand. Then suddenly, staring at pennies doesn't sound so ridiculous anymore, does it? Now, here's where it gets even more compelling. The value of these coins isn't static. Today, One sold for $822,000, but tomorrow the market could drive it higher. That urgency is real, because collectors compete fiercely for rare finds. Every year, more people enter the coin market, driving demand higher while the supply of rare coins remains fixed. That simple equation, more demand, limited supply, is why these coins can climb into the millions. Picture the possibilities. Selling just one of these pennies could erase your debt. 2 could secure your retirement. 3 or 4 could set up your children or grandchildren for life. This isn't just about a hobby or a collector's curiosity. It's about freedom. The freedom to make choices without being chained to financial stress, and yet, here's the cliffhanger you've been waiting for: not every 2016 no-mint mark penny will sell for 6 figures. Some are worth hundreds, some thousands, but only the finest examples, those with perfect condition and no circulation wear, command life-changing sums. Which means the coin you're holding right now could be the right one, or just another penny. The only way to know is to check, to study, to verify. Do you see how the story keeps you on edge? Because every time you flip a coin in your hand, the ending changes. So here's what you must do next. Start looking. Search your jars, your drawers, your change. Pay attention to the details. If you spot a 2016 Lincoln cent without a mint mark, don't dismiss it. Treat it like a golden ticket. Get it authenticated, get it graded, and then get ready. Because if fortune favors you, that coin could carry a price tag of $822,000, or more. And just imagine what happens if the next auction pushes it beyond $1 million. The choice is simple. You can ignore this, go back to treating pennies like clutter, and risk letting a life-changing opportunity pass by. Or you can open your eyes, sharpen your attention, and give yourself the chance to turn copper into cash, and cash into freedom. Every wealthy lifestyle begins with a single decision, and sometimes, with a single coin. Now the question is, are you holding that coin right now?